Miami linebacker, man, Adarius Hayes was behind the wheel when his car crashed into a family killing. I think he killed 3 people. It was Jabari, who was I think 10-year-olds. Charlie, who was 4 years old. I think it was an older man who was like 78, if I'm not mistaken. Adarius was hospitalized as well, but I think he's been released since then, if I'm not mistaken. And just a tragic story here. Steve, I guess another Miami player here, but it's not just a Miami thing. It's just we've been seeing this across college football the last few years. What's your initial take and response from this?
My view is, and this is what I'm talking to people that are more connected than I am, given the fact he's had other issues and his driving record is what it is.
Yeah.
His career at the University of Miami might be over. And quite frankly, it might be justified.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Coach, to your point,
it's crazy.
It's hard to argue. What are we doing allowing these kids or giving young men access to certain things with cars that they're going to be reckless with? And Adarius Hayes learned a lesson. There are consequences to this. And unfortunately, and number one, the sympathy should first and foremost go to the victims and their family. Let's make that very clear. Okay, it's not Adarius Hayes. But now he is going to have to live with the ramifications of his actions. It's really that simple.
I don't know, man. I've been saying it for a while. People have been tagging me saying I've been saying it. I get it. This is the one thing I'm standing on. Like, these kids don't know how to drive a Prius yet, man. They don't understand it. Smitty even said, if I get behind the Hellcat, I don't know if I can handle that shit. I haven't drove one yet.
I had to learn, yeah.
I just don't understand how we're okay as the adult in the room letting them leave at night. Because remember, coaches have one thing different than the parent. We actually lose sleep over someone else's kid every night as a football coach. The parents ain't losing sleep over someone else's kid. We are the coach. And I don't know how I could go to sleep at night knowing my kids are out there with these type of things out there going on. And that's money and what the money brings and brings these type of things. And these exotic cars, Hellcats, 800, 900, 700 horsepower. I just don't understand it, man. And this is just continuing. It's not going to stop. I've been saying it for 3 years. It's going to get worse, and it's getting worse. Like, these kids don't even know how to drive, and then we want to show off. That's what it is. Like, let's be honest. It's in front of the homies. I got the Hellcat. I got the fucking Durango S-Cat pack or whatever. I got all this shit. I'm showing off. I'm smashing down a residential area. You know how cautious I am, Smitty, when growing up, and my dad embedded it in me. When I'm driving down a tight street, and I know there's this kid, ball rolls out, right? The ball always is the one. The ball rolls out, and the kid chases it down. And this motherfucker has no regard for life. He just fucking rolls. Woo! Like, this is the problem. I was worried about hitting a dog, a cat, a girl, an old lady. These fucking kids don't value $1. They don't value their own life, a little less someone else's life. And this is the problem. But nobody wants to fucking talk about it. I couldn't allow it if I was Mario Cristobal or Kirby Smart. I couldn't go to sleep at night knowing my kids are out there. There's no way. I don't know. I don't get it.
Is there a way, like, you've mentioned it before, like last year, about like taking their keys? Is that like the real thing? Like, is that even realistic?
Legally, I doubt it.
Could you?
Legally, I doubt it. You can't take the
no, legally you can't, but you know, in the age of the transfer portal, I don't even know if a coach could say, look, you get 2 or 3 moving violations, or if they ever catch you speeding at 100 miles, I'm taking away your car keys and you're going to Uber.
Yeah, they'll just leave.
The problem, the kid would just say, all right, then I'm out of here. I'm packing my bags.
But that's what goes back to my point.
Like, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's like, hey, if you get, I don't know, 2 car violations, you're cut. I don't know. It has to be something a little bit more, like some sort of consequence.
Well, it turned out Adarius Hayes had a very, let's put it this way, his
he's got a record
ain't clean.
Yeah. So, and you know what? This is why I'm so hard on the this is why I say it's transcending upwards. This is a whole discussion that we won't make too long, but didn't the guy named Ruggs do this?
Henry Ruggs. Well, that was a DUI too. That's a little.
He was drinking. Come off of it or something.
And he was a professional athlete, coach.
Yeah.
In theory,
that's my point. That's my point, though. Like, what did this kid see? Take away the alcohol part. I saw a dude going 170 on a strip in a big time car. These kids see that. They don't know about the alcohol. Oh, man, I got this whip. I'm driving. I can go 170. That's why I say it's transcending upwards for the first time, because these kids now can buy those cars the NFL players have. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, this whole thing's out of
control. To be fair, and I know this, not that I do it, but I know the capability. You could go 110, 120 miles per hour in a Honda Accord.
Yeah.
I mean, a reckless
but
driver
you're not
is going to be
that.
a reckless driver, whether it's a Porsche or a hoopty.
But you're not showing off. You're not showing off a Honda Accord in the hood and flossing it. That's the thing. That's the difference. And I'm going to go fast because you hear my pipes and brrr. It's a whole thing. It's like a stigma. Here's the issue I have though. NCAA, please stand up. Oh, you won't. So you want to unionize this thing. You want to pay these guys. You want to make them employees. All this shit we talk about in the show that we've heard over the years. But you won't stand up and say, guess what? If you do what the NFL player does, like Henry Ruggs, or like a kid betting on football and gets banned a whole season, in the case of our man Waddle or whoever it was, why aren't we taking these car keys or suspending these guys? Why won't we mandate the next coach can't take that same kid?
Yeah.
If he does enter the portal, as you just said, because Kirby Smart motherfucked him and took his keys. That's the problem. They allow him to transfer and get away and go start over clean again and do it all over again.
Here's what Kirby Smart should do. Just have 1 day a week, 1 weekend a year, call it the Athens 500. Everyone gets in their car, you do a race, and you take back the keys. It's all right, guys, you got it out of your system. We're all going to Uber now. But there's no stopping this. There really isn't. As Ock Nation says, shout out to Ock Nations, there are no solutions. Yeah. Just telling you, there are no solutions.
It just sucks, man, because doesn't it feel like every month, or every other month, we hear at least one of these?
And I'm hearing, Smitty, from buddies of mine, I'm not going to say no names, that there's been shit pushed under the rug too on a lot of other shit.
I'm sure.
Of course. You don't think in college towns
with cars,
where the football program rules everything, things have been swept under the rug.
And no offense, these are great. These are great college towns. No offense to any of these towns, but like a Bloomington, Indiana, a great fucking college town. God, unbelievable. Lexington, Kentucky, great college. They're not going to get the Miami, LA, or even a Georgia press. The press. Yeah. They're not going to get the press, dog. And there's things being pushed under the rug in a lot of these towns. And I'm just telling you, Nashville, Vanderbilt, like you're not gonna see it the same way. So I don't know. It's unfortunate, but I don't know. Like you said, I don't know if you can change it, Steve.
No solution, which sucks. As a man, as we're all men here, and men, we naturally try to think of like solutions to anything. And it's like Steve said, I just don't think there's actually a solution. Like, you got to lean on the kids to stop doing it, which obviously they're not doing it. So, but like you said, the bigger point is like the prayers for the families who lost literally 2 kids, a 4-year-old, a 10-year-old, and if I read it correctly, I think it was a 78-year-old man.
Yeah.
So it was an older man and 2 kids.